Alrighty, here we have it. The vetoes are in. We're left with Mirage here. Should be an exciting one for us as we get Zomblers versus the Frauds. They're coming into the action here. It seems like the Frauds came out victorious in the knife round as they're going to get to start off wherever they want. And of course, on a map like Mirage, they're deciding on the CT side. So for Zomblers, they're going to have to mount an attack early here. And they will invest in 2 sets of smokes, a couple flashbangs as they carry it over towards this A-bomb site. Lineups to be had, a P250 even on camera, and he's probably going to be taking first contact. And indeed, he swings a little bit wide here, expecting top Valk to be clear with the spam over from Stair there. Hambuga able to open up the game here, gets traded back by Cajun as Terminix does find one from spawn, but with Camero and Sam getting a kill back, plus they follow up the A-bomb site. It falls into possession of the Zombler squad. In a 3 versus 2 here, it's going to be very challenging for Noah or Sean here to pave a pathway back into this site. And Sam, he is giving up the duels here, knows that his opponent has the dual Berettas. The USPS is probably favored at range, and he hits the headshot, follows up with another, and Sam. Style points on that first pistol round tonight. 3 kills in total. Zomblers starting off on the right foot here as they're able to make it 1-0. And this feels like it's half the battle nowadays. Getting the starting momentum usually dictates the outcome of the entire map. Getting way ahead of myself here. It's probably going to be worth a 2-0 start from the Zomblers as they only have to face off against the starting pistols of the Frauds. And those starting pistols all being brought over towards this A-bomb site, and Zomblers are thinking about striking here again. And Booga, he's gonna give up the audio cue, falling off the balcony, and Sam, he's got the dual Berettas out, finding himself a frag here. Termica is able to get 1 kill of his own as Noah is silently hiding. Cajun doesn't see him, but I think he does. What the heck was that right there? I'm not quite too sure, but Camero able to bail out. Cajun saves the day, and only 1 casualty in that round there for Zomblers. About as clean as it gets. But something to bring up there from the Frauds. By dying before the bomb plant could occur there for Zomblers, they limit the extra $800 per player at bonus cash in the previous round. Not that it's too significant here, but if Zomblers immediately lose this first round here, could have some lasting impact. And changing up the pace here, not quite targeting A early, sending 3 players out through mid. Just a default approach here from Zomblers. Utility being traded from both ends. They know a player is close at cat bricks. As how does the Zomblers approach this one as they gobble up the center of the map? And Camero is able to find a kill of his own, but Ink God pushes at just the opportune time, and 2 players, neither of which having their gun out. Sean also chiming in with a frag of his own over here towards A, as now it's Zomblers left in the 2 versus 4. Termica able to get the timing here onto Sam, as now it's just 1 player remaining. Camero against the world. If he could get a kill or 2, could be beneficial to damaging his opponent's economy. And ooh, Noah getting out-angled here. Camera able to just to shoot into him as he spots out the gun barrel, but almost goes down to the following re-aggression. Camero takes about 80 points of damage in the process. Sean, I don't think he's seen Camero, but Camero hasn't seen Sean either. Craziness going on. But again, if Camero can find another frag here, or maybe a bomb plant, that could be a huge win, economically speaking, for Zomblers. He's got to force this fight right now here with 15 seconds on the clock. He's looking for trouble, and Sean is going to find out that Camero was pushing forward. The Frauds able to get on the board. You do see it in the economy here. That lack of a bomb plant back in round number 2 is really going to stunt the amount of utility that Zomblers have going into the 4th. But it's not going to stop them now, isn't it? Still armed for the occasion. 3 AKs, a Khalil, a MAC-10. They look to try and steal away this round. going on, Greppo? The boss man's here. Let's go. Sam knows the boss man's watching, just peeks into connector and comes out favored over Sean. But no, right as that window smoke blooms, he just shoots right through it here. Finds a trade, and Noah not far off on Cajun, but Cajun, without him being detected, Noah thinks he's safe, but in all reality, we can see that he isn't. And Booga does find a nice frag of his own, and Termica, again, old reliable here for the frauds. With a key kill, and now what looks so smooth here at the start of things from Zomblers is turned into a challenging 1 versus 3. Cameron, he's going to try and take one with him, but that's not going to be the case. Termica able to find 3 in total in that round. With 2 in a row here, the frauds have solidified. They tie things up as Zomblers for the first time tonight. He's probably going to have to eco. Not probably, is certainly going to have to eco in this round. As they buy 4 decoys. What are they cooking up? They bring him over here towards A. Not sure how they're gonna fake out the frauds, but hey, you gotta try something. Nothing's really good in a full save round like this. And a huge victory for them would be getting a bomb plant if possible. Fake flashbangs coming in, but they're just decoys. The shots being heard all around. Don't really get too big of a reaction out of the CTs on the minimap, as the bomb on the back occasion is really unsure of where he wants to take it. And as the decoys fade out, they're gonna go in towards A. Asian pulling some fire here, Sean. He's able to line up 2 frags before going down to Heiza, who does a little bit of economic damage to the frauds. In all reality, that's all that Zomblers could realistically hope for in a round like that, as now, for the first time of tonight, it is the frauds being ahead on the scoreline. But still, this is Mirage we're talking about. A pretty CT-sided map. Not heavily CT-sided, but the defending side is definitely a little bit favored. So for Zomblers, they just gotta weather the storm. They gotta come back stronger, and indeed they have with the 5 AKs that they possess. Some early mid-aggression, a top mid smoke does allow Sam to cross the top mid boxes. While in tandem from underpass, another player trying to complement him. But no clear end goal in sight quite yet for Zomblers. They're just playing it standard, playing it by the book, seeing if they can find an opening of any sorts. But without an opening happening in these starting 30 seconds here, they're just going to call things off and loop back around towards this B bomb site. Cameron a little bit behind here, but catching up, sprinting away. As at the 60-second mark, a duel inside of the apartments favors Noah. That's also the bomb being spotted out. You see an immediate reaction out of the CTs dropping utility in. Noah finding a new angle from the back of sight here. Does land another shot before getting traded out by Camro. And Camro is able to find a second here, but how in the world would he predict a 3rd player on this site? And Booga, the fast rotate, paying dividends. Cameron, he's been here before. His second 1 versus 3 of tonight. He's able to slim it down to a 1 versus 2 and 30 more seconds to go. He takes down the next man, but Sean is going to come out on top there. Frauds, so close, but they're going to get the job done. A valiant attempt from Camro. He gave it his all there, and 50 HP, the only thing separating him from tying up the scoreline right there. These lack of bomb plants are certainly haunting Zomblers for the time being, as yeah, they might have a big round loss bonus coming in the next round. That money isn't quite here yet, as they're gonna have to go for some middle ground here with some Tech 9s, a little bit of Kevlar, and a tiny bit of utility. This kind of happened last night here. I watched the frauds play Lost Recognition. They were a very streaky, momentum-based team here. So for how long Zomblers have to hang in the pocket. It feels like it's probably going to be another round here unless the Tech-9s do something absolutely asinine as, ooh, speak of the devil, Cajun running and gunning. Gets the head clean off of Sean. Termica. How does he turn around and kill this Palace player? But he does. Not only does he kill the Palace player, he kills the connector man after. Hambuka on cleanup duty. We'll make it a double there as, my god, the frauds wasted no time tonight here. Getting to business. And Zomblers, I think I'd like to see them calling a timeout in a spot like this. Go back to the drawing board, reevaluate. Do what you gotta do here. Because my goodness, frauds, they've got the momentum in their sails. But perhaps this could be the big turning point that they need. And realistically, as long as Zomblers gets about 4 or 5 rounds out of this T site, it's not really the end of the world. Some standard stuff going on. We've seen this a lot out of the side of the frauds. Not really interested in playing mid. They'd rather play A and B, and for the most part, it's been working to their benefit, so I can't really blame them. It does give this free real estate over to the Zomblers, but Noah finding a tricky angle here. Will get the better of Camero, but not Cajun. So even Steven. Has 2 more players on this A bomb site. Sean hearing the footsteps over top. Will not react. Still holds the bottom. And Cajun will gun him down. And also knowing that the other CTs over here inside of A main. Cameron able to tag him up here. But Cajun continuing the phenomenal form. Gets a 3rd in hell. Even a quad kill now. Could it be the ace? Just Hambuga to find. And Hambuga lurking in the shadows. Sure, he doesn't go down to Cameron in that round. But Sam is going to escort him out. And a huge recovery there from Zomblers. They will welcome home a 3rd round there. But with 5 straight from the side of frauds here, they do have enough cash here for another follow-up buy. So still in the hot seat is Zomblers here. But a big recovery to be had. I think I said Cameron there at the end of the round there, but it was Cajun. I don't know how I just thought that through. A little brain fart there. But seriously, great round out of the captain. Cajun calling, fragging, and oh, starting off this round beautifully as well. Kind of a funny kill there in underpass as he burns away his opponent. But a frag's a frag. And a man advantage is exactly that here for Zomblers as, ooh, Camero holding for that new back bumper van angle. Reads his opponent like a book here, while on the other side of the map, Termica continuing this unbelievable M4 game with a frag of his own. So we're left with a 3 versus 3, and ring around the rosy on sight here favors Hambuga as Heiza looking towards the left as Hambuga loops around through the right, and now Sam, a crispy headshot there, a key frag to be had, turns it back to an approachable 2 versus 2, and a big fight to be had here again, and Sam is more than fine for it. That's Termica, the A anchor dropped, and Camero, he is keen on it. He says, no thanks, I'm not bringing this bomb towards B, you just got an A pick here. Let's avoid that defender. The mid-round call / late round call, whatever you want to call it here. Definitely on point from the Zomblers as the bomb does get planted in their favor. And Sean, he does find the right timing here to walk through this smoke here. Sam gives up the audio cue, falling off the staircase as Sean does win the frag, and with Camero missing the shot. Sean is going to have enough time to take him down and get this defuse. Runs over to grab the op here, and Zomblers felt like it was going to be a huge steal away in the 2 versus 3. They fall victim to the 1 versus 2 from Sean. As frauds able to find a 6. Sure, that one stings and all here for Zomblers. But for the fraud side of things, their money is not the greatest, and only 1 player survived at the end of that victory. So if Zomblers are able to strike in this exact round here, they might be able to break the bank of the fraudsters. It's certainly easier said than done with how snug they have looked on their CT side, but Zomblers must try. Also pulling out an AWP for what I do believe is the first time of the T side. A pretty good mid spawn as Camro might take it. Decides against it. As who would have guessed it, some early mid antics out of Zomblers. It was really the most active we've seen FRAUDS get there, blowing open the window smoke, but full peak doesn't come through as Sean is going to bite off more than he can chew here inside a connected ESEA. A critical opening. And oh my god, Termica, how is he just continuously landing these M4 headshots? Snaps over to his opponent. And Noah able to find a frag here from spawn. Camro also gets a kill over towards Catwalk, but Termica able to take another with him before going down. But as things calm down here, a 2 versus 2 with plenty of time for ESEA to plant this bomb. They know where one of these two CTs are, with the Opper spamming from spawn, and now Camro deals with Ink God through this murder hole and throws a flashbang for ESEA as ESEA got a gun down Noah. And Zomblers, a big steal away there, sure. Disaster might have struck in the previous round, but coming back even stronger. They don't take it to heart here, and now a 4th round now out of the T side. With 2 more rounds left in this first half of play, at least one of them is gonna have to be spent saving for the side of the FRAUDS. And they are gonna call in one of their 3 timeouts here. Taking a little bit of a break. I think what they're considering is back-to-back force buys, or if they're going to save and just buy in the next. I think it would be in their benefit not to force up the pistols. 2 rounds in a row, you get at least 1 good shot with the M4s out. But who knows what they'll consider. Guess it'll give us a minute here to check out the scoreboard as, Camro, 10-7 there, really having a good game. Cajun as well, 9-8, that high impact quad kill that we saw a while back. And my god, Termica, look at him over there on the FRAUDS, 13-6. He's been a nuisance on the A-bomb site, that is for sure. With all the possibilities considered here, it seems like, well, it is the FRAUDS deciding on the full save. Camro wasting no time getting to business here after the long pause. Cuts down a player trying to cut over towards connector. That's first blood drawn. Sam able to find the second. Transfers into the second, into the third, into the fourth. And Cameron says, hey man, give me an eco frag. As he swings out through Palace to find his. In all reality, I mean, what felt like a very rocky half here for Zomblers has turned into a huge victory for them as they're able to find a 5th round. Now a possibility here to walk away with tie game before heading into their CT side. Will it be 6-6 or can FRAUDS juice 1 final round out of their CT side? Definitely a competitive matchup brewing up for us. Is neither side feeling too significantly ahead. And Termica is going to decide to switch up his pace here on the A-bomb site. Pushes into Palace, and Cameron patiently waiting. He's going to get that frag every day of the week. And ESEA hears the footsteps. He's able to snap back over towards the underpass push. Finds 1 kill before he gets traded out here from Sean and Sam. A follow-up kill here into a CT, but Hambuga able to get the last laugh from the top of Catwalk. But it leaves these CTs in a 2 versus 3. And again, Hambuga, it was just spotted over here towards A. As, oh my god, stylish peek there into Cajun on top of the market stairs. But Cameron, peeking a little bit wider than Hambuga would have thought, walks into it, and Cameron continues with the 3rd. And what a half we just witnessed there. Both teams having their moment under the sun, as I would say that's more of a victory there for Zomblers as they walk away with tie game. But 1 pistol round could certainly change the entire pace of this map here. Zomblers were able to get it done back on their T side as to try and hold the bomb sites in it. They've got a set of dual Berettas, a defuse kit, and Kevlar for the rest of their players. A Lots of utility being invested into, and it's going to be brought over here towards B for the frauds. Dual Berettas in the right spot at the right time here, but Asian, he's got a lot of players on his screen, still takes down one. He does get some parting damage into Hambuga. For the 4 versus 4, and the plan is going to be successful. We'll see how the retake game of Zomblers is feeling tonight. They have invested in that defuse kit. It's only going to take 5 seconds on that bomb here. They got to close the distance first, and Camro is able to find an opening kill here. Noah one back, Heiza the follow-up, and Hambuga able to get a trade. So a 2 versus 2, and Hambuga trying to get mobile here. Knows that Cameron is goosed. Finishes off the damage, and Hambuga even spirals around for another. A quad kill there, and Frauds not losing their form here. Sure, they allow Zomblers to tie things up. They answer back with a huge victory to kick off their T side. And Zomblers, they've been here before. They're not going to get flustered by going down on the scorecard. They'll save for a rainy day, the rainy day being round number 15 or 14. My math's a little off. But what I'm hinting at by bringing that up here is that Frauds might as well be up 8-6. They're targeting this B bomb site. 3 players, fast up catwalk. Only 2 players on site here. Cajun, one of those 2 players, gets dropped by Sean, and Heisa. It doesn't get cleared immediately, but Noah eventually will sniff him out. Termica pushing up into market. He's got himself a kill, but a bullet to the dome as Camro waiting in the corner. He jiggles it there, and Sean just gotta spot him out. A little bit of funny business going on there inside a market. Trying to get a knife kill, trying to secure that extra $1,500. But it is gonna backfire. So no casualties alongside of a bomb plant there. That is as smooth as it gets for the Frauds in that last round. But Zomblers, gotta go to town on them here. They saved up for the occasion. There's 4 M4s and MP9. Decent utility. Try and track down their first CT side victory. Looking at the minimap early. A lot of T's over in the B apartments. The bomb is still kind of outside of it. It's perhaps going for a contact approach is the Frauds. And with Zomblers not really pushing up into the apartments. The Frauds are just going to have to respect this utility, but no, they're just walking through the smoke. Occasion, he is going to be overwhelmed. Hambuga, I'm not even sure he meant to take down that second player if that was a transfer. But it is a double opener in towards the speed bomb site. Heiza, a top catwalk, has gotten a kill back, but goes down to Termica. That is Camro. Able to get a trade. But it does leave the Zomblers behind by 1 in the scorecard, and having seen half of the remaining CTs over towards B. The Frauds are thinking about bringing the bomb to the other side of the map. Now a timing game here, and Sean, he spots out the noggin of Cameron, and Cameron is able to isolate Sean here. Sure, he takes a lot of flack in the process, but it negates it into a 2 versus 2. And now where will that bomb be brought here? These 2 T's are separated from one another, and this is big information from Cameron. He hears a player jumping off catwalk, landing in towards mid, running it up towards A. As it is confirmed that the 8 bomb site's a target, and Cameron lurking in the shadows to stop the bomb planter. Cameron just keeps peeking, and Inca, not expecting the reswing, is caught looking the other way. And oh my god, wow, look at that there. Cameron is able to find 3 kills there on his MP9 as he seals the fate of the Frauds in their 3 versus 2. That's got to be a tilter there. Started off smooth here in the starting 2 rounds of their T side. It's ultimately backfired as the Frauds on the back foot now as their economy a little bit weakened. The T-side economy always a little bit more resilient here, as the rifles have returned, but Camro wasted no time getting back to business. Uses a Molotov at the top of mid boxes, as his opponent has to swing out. But more often than not, tonight that is from Zomblers, every time that they've gotten this early man advantage, it's been a challenge for the Frauds to spin things back. Will that be the story of this round? It certainly feels like it was Sam finding a nice headshot into Termica. And I think Heiza knows that Hambuga's in this corner. Not really usual crosshair placement, as Hambuga doesn't really realize what hit him. Just going swimmingly here at Camro, dead to rights from Noah, but somehow flicks up to him. Just everything starting to go right here in tie game, feeling like it's inevitable unless Ink God can win a 1 versus 5. Does find 2 headshots here, as now Sam continues to spray, knowing that he's locked in the corner, and finishes what Heiza started. But back and forth we go, trading blow for blow here. It is Zomblers weathering the storm and tying things up for the second time in this match. It's been a long while since I've sat on the throne here. Really, it's been since round number 3 at 2-1. This is their opportunity to steal it back here. Having lost 2 rounds in a row here, money is a little bit too tight here for Frauds to invest into the 17th. They'll play for the following round here, and charging in towards A, the bomb carrier is going to make it onto site, as that's a victory in itself. So no round win here, but an extra $800 per player will aid in the full buy for the next round for the Frauds. But we're quickly approaching the point of the game here where money is not the biggest factor anymore. It's getting the round wins. Will the Zomblers be able to ice them out here and keep their solid CT side form? It's been a 3-round streak as they look to target double digits. An AWP being whipped out for the T side in this round. We'll see if this is their problem solver in a round like so. All hands on deck over here towards A. 3 players bursting out of Palace. Cameron playing over here from Sandbags. Terminix. What the heck was that? He does get the trade, but throws his mouse off his desk or something there as you see the thing spiral out there. But as I got distracted, Sam was able to find a kill here, but he's not long for this world as Termica, right through the smoke, will get the trade. Occasion giving up the audio cues here. Termica having pushed on up. He's gonna blindside him. Occasion having won his frag here. Gives him a fighting chance here from spawn. But Ink God and Noah, they squander that chance. And Frauds not going down without a fight here. They instantly tie it right back. As Zomblers do at least have 1 follow-up buy in their back pocket. But geez. Just a game that keeps on giving. I know I was just talking about it a round or 2 ago, but the whiplash in the server tonight. And what's on the agenda here for Zomblers? Do they keep running what they've done in the last 4 rounds? Was it just a misstep in the following? They're gonna go for some sort of mid-aggression. Not gonna get all too much action as, oh my god, Cajun! Look at this here. He throws a Molotov towards the back of the B apartment, and it leaves a little bit of a cubby towards the kitchen. He spams over towards it, and 2 players are gonna fall down to it. A 1-for-1 exchange in towards mid does leave Zomblers well ahead though. And what a time to pull a play like that out here. That's really only a move that you can pull off 1 time in a map here, but at 9-9, getting a double spam in the B apartments. That's how Cajun's gonna do it. The tactical prowess, the brainiac here of Zomblers. Whipping out the 200 IQ strats. But moving on here, Cajun. He's not going to have to use his style points here. And to get this third frag, just pops his head up and guns down Ink God. Finds a whole lot of damage into Noah. But Noah does take care of the business. Still though, Cajun doing more than plenty there. 3.5 frags there as Cajun. Been absolutely farming tonight. Saw that phenomenal quad kill back in the first half as well. As he's not just a T-side specialist, he could do it on the CT side as well. And having won one round, then losing the next here for the side of Frauds, this has left their round loss bonus slightly low. And no bomb plant possible in the previous round means that their money is in shambles as Zomblers looks to gun for an 11th. And a lot of noise being made over towards this B bomb site. Charging on in. Ink God gonna be the first one to be dropped. Heiza able to get that frag. Cajun getting a double. Camros rotating around. Finds the 4th kill here. And Noah, it's not long for this world. Give Cajun it. He deserves it as, oh my god. Jump scare there for Cajun. The smoke fades. His opponent lurking within. That's back-to-back triple kills over on the B bomb site. Cajun having it on lock. So now a little bit of a safety net now for the side of Zomblers, as ahead by 2 here. As they look to try and gobble up match point. The Frauds, but they want to stop it here and collect a 10th. This is where they've got to turn the tide of this game. Dermaka able to get way across A main here. He's going to catch Cameron off guard, not expecting the forward angle. So for the first time in a long time for the Frauds, they're able to draw first blood in their favor. And Cajun, not wanting to sit stationary over here towards B, is going to push up through the apartments. Preoccupied here with the underpass. Ink God playing from the back at TV room. Just blindside Cajun. And that's the B bomb site lost here. I like the idea from Zomblers to push up to get information in a round like that. You don't want to just sit still in the 4 versus 5, as it heavily favors the T side. And with the B bomb site having successfully being taken, Zomblers need to be thinking of their future, thinking of the save, as they will back out of market. 2 players staying in towards spawn, one of which inside of ladder, and Sean. Oh my god, brilliant crosshair placement, brilliant reaction. As Heiza is going to get his head cleanly taken off. Oh my god, Camero. My wrist hurts after watching that. As he flicks to Termica, says, no, sir, you can't take my gun. Sam also holds his ground here as Fraud. Sure, they come out victorious, but they are going to allow 2 survivors off the side of Zomblers. That's certainly going to aid the full buy here. It is a comfortable reinvestment from the Zomblers, saving around 1 to 2K on 4 out of their 5 players. With how competitive this scoreline is, saving any amount of money is definitely a positive. Oh man. So much hanging on the line here. Both teams would absolutely love to win this round. Termica, he spots out the jump spot over here towards Ticket Booth. As Sam, he's got to peek out wide here. He actually gets the better of Termica, but Hamka and Booga is going to find a trade here. A follow-up kill into Cajun as Ambuga doesn't slow down a bit with a third. My goodness, what a time to come alive. This Hambuga might have just done enough on this 8 bomb site. Cameron's still just trying to get back in there, and for good reason. He's going to find 2 players. A crazy round going on for us here, but time a major factor now for Zomblers. If they want to defuse this bomb, they got to get these kills right this second. And Hambuga is going to be blown into the open as the Molotov will force his hand in the equation. Camero able to find another. And Ink God trying to spam the bomb. Cameron's gonna protect. And oh my god, just as Hamburger thought he had done enough, it's not gonna cut it. What a steal away from Zomblers, and certainly you'd have to think that's gonna be the final nail in the coffin. Mentally, through the eyes of Frauds, you can even see Noah kind of shaking his head here as, oh my god. It all boils up to that one exact moment and the clutch factor here tonight here for Zomblers. That's twice tonight that we've seen Zomblers convert a 2 versus 3. That one was a little bit more dramatic than the last one there. But if that hadn't been the case here, I mean, it very well could have been 12-10 in the Frauds' favor. So Zomblers, they need to cap this game off right this second. The Frauds have shown that they've got the mental fortitude, the resilience to hang on for dear life. But after the pause does come to an end, we do get a technical pause here. I guess it'll give us a second here to look at the scoreboard. And pretty much everyone pulling their weight over on the side of Zomblers tonight. Sam leading the pack though at 20 kills there. Very impressive stuff. And oh, pause is going to come to an end. It's huge stakes walking into the 23rd. Is this going to be the last call here for the Frauds? Or can they hang on for dear life? Bomb being left in. The bomb being left in towards spawn as utility gets thrown over towards mid. The bomb's going to be scooped up as just contacting out through A. Having seen nothing in towards mid, it is going to send 3 players already over towards A. Hambuga does strike first into Cameron, but Sam is able to get a kill back. Cajun a follow-up as Ink God and Sean do exactly the same. But left in the 2 versus 3, and seemingly the kryptonite here of Frauds is Camero. He's going to get 2 shots off and 2 kills. It just keeps on going, and Sean tries what he can there. Slings out wide. Heiza's grabbing an AK even though the game's over. Respect it. Muscle memory there just to grab the AK as, oh my god, what a treat we just witnessed here. What a phenomenal game from both sides here. But Zomblers, they converted their 13 to 10 there, meaning that their season record here is now 10-3. Very impressive stuff. But still, like I was saying there, very phenomenal game. A very good game being played there. As GG's over to the Frauds for putting on a solid show. But guys, I had a blast with this one. If you can't tell, I can't even spit out my words right now with how crazy that one was. But until next time, guys, we're going to call it a night here. Take care.
Tell me you're no good. I'm brushing away to you, the weight of you, of my shoulder. So done with my cigarette.